Good morning, students. Let's start our next learning session. In last session, we have discussed about constructors and destructors, their programs, their types, and difference between constructor and destructor. Today, we are going to start a new topic to discuss, where we are going to understand concept of static members and static variables. So let us start today's learning session. I am sharing PPT with all of you. I hope all of you can see this. Now today we are going to discuss static members of class. So let us start our journey to understand static members. So definition, we can define class members as a static using a static keyword. When we declare a member of class as a static, it means no matter how many objects of class you are going to create, there will be only one copy of static member. So when we are creating objects of classes, we can create n number of classes. We can create multiple classes. But if any member of class is declared as a static, it will be having a single copy for all objects. So even if you're creating multiple objects, there will be only one copy of static member and it will be shared by all objects. So let us go ahead. The keyword static implies that only one instance of the member exists for a class. So the class will have only one instance, or we can say only one object. So there are two types of static members. One is a static variable and second is a static member function. So already we are using static functions since the first program because your main function itself is a static. So static, when we are saying static member function, it is object independent member function. We don't need to create object to call static functions. Now we are going to discuss something about static variables, which is new, which we are not using till today. So first point to discuss is static variable. So static variable are declared by using static keyword, and its a syntax is as shown here. First, we have to write the static keyword, followed by data type and then variable name. So here I'm giving one example, static int x. So here x will be static integer. Now, how it works? Static variable shares is they are shared by multiple instances of class. So if you are creating multiple objects of this class, all classes will share a single copy of x. For every object, x will not be created. Only for first time it will create, and the same x will be shared by all objects created for that class. Static variables are used for defining constants because their values can be retrieved by invoking class without creating instance of it. Static variables can be initialized outside the member function or class definition. So we can change the value of x even outside the class. You can also initialize static variables inside the class definition. That means what? Once you are defining something like static int-x inside a class, you can modify or initialize value of x within a class as well as outside the class. Okay, now here is a simple program to understand static variables. So here we are creating a namespace known as a static var application. In this, what we are trying to show is we are writing this program to prove static is variable is shared by multiple instances. So we are going to create one class. One class will have multiple objects and all objects will share same instance of that static variable. So that is what I'm trying to show with this program. And now let us try to understand the program. Now class name is static var. So this class will contain one static variable. Now see here, public static int num. Okay, so this is static integer declared as a public so that it can be accessed outside the class. Now there are two methods. One is a count and another is a get num. Now count method will increase existing value by 1 and get num function will return the existing value. So there is one class in which there is one static variable, and that static variable is being used by two different methods. These methods are non-static methods. In a count method, we are increasing the value, and in getNum method, we are just returning the value. So this is definition of class. Okay, now let's say it's the implementation. Now there is another class in the same namespace, class static tester, which contains main function. Now main is static. Please try to understand this. We will discuss this in next part. Static void main, and there are two different objects. Static var, which is a class name, s1 is equal to new static var. Again, static var s2 is equal to new static var. That means s1 and s2 are two different objects of same class static var. Now what I'm doing here, I'm just going to call count method for s1 two times. S1 is equal to count, s1 dot count, s1 dot count two times, three times. Then s2 dot count, s2 dot count, s2 dot count three times. So total 6 times I'm calling this function. Okay. Now what I'm doing is console dot write line variable num for s1, and here I'm getting value of num for s1. Now same statement for s2. So in this line, I'm displaying num value of s1 object, and in this line, I'm trying to display num value of s2 object. Then console.read key just to halt the program. End of class, end of namespace. Okay. Now, if you see here properly, s1 will have, just go to the class, s1 will have num and s2 will have also num, but as it is declared as a static, s1 and s2 objects will share only one instance of num. So whenever either you're calling count for s1 or you're calling count method for s2, in both cases, value of same num will be increased by 1. Okay, so let's see the notes. What will happen for this program? In above program, x is shared by two objects, s1 and s2, because it is declared as static. Now default value of x is 1. Okay. Now how this x, because it is declared as static. Whenever you are declaring any integer as static, its a default value will be 1. Generally, static variables are declared as public so that it can be accessed outside the class. So what will be the output of the program? The output of program will be 6, 6. Because for first 3 times we are calling like for S1 we are calling 3 times, for S2 we are calling for 3 times. Okay. So first time value will be 1, 2 and 3. Next time value will be 4, 5 and 6. So final value of num will be 6 and we are displaying it. So for S1 also it is 6 and for S2 is also it is 6. Now let's move to the next point, that is static member function. That is the next point to discuss. So function can be declared as a static using static keyword, just like main, static void main we are writing. So it's a syntax to write like this: public static return type function name and arguments. Public static void test. Now we are not passing any argument here. So static functions are shared by multiple instances of class. Therefore, they are called using class name and not object name. So while only one instance will be there and it will be shared by all instances by all objects. For example, console class provides static methods for various purposes. We are using console.writeLine. So console is a ready-made class that we are using. which provides static methods. Write line is one of the static method. So we are calling is the class name dot method name directly. So how to create static function? Here we are writing one program where we are proving static function is shared by multiple instances. So again, we are writing on a program static method. Previous class was static var. Now this class is static method. Public static void test. Now test is a method where we are just displaying a test string. So end of method, and this is end of class. Another class static tester, which contains main, and here we are just saying static method dot test. What will be the outcome? It will just display test on a screen. So here we have discussed two different static keywords. One static is used with variable and another static is used with function. So when you are creating single variable inside a class and declared as a static, this static variable will be shared by all objects of the class. There will not be a separate copy for each object. In the same way, when we are declaring a function as a static, that function can be used without creating its object, just directly by using a class name. Okay. Now, if a class contains all methods as a static methods, in that case, we are not going to create object because all methods are static methods. To call those methods, we don't need to create object. In such cases, the class is called as abstract class because we are not creating its object. We are directly using class and class directly uses the methods. So I hope all of you have enjoyed this learning of static. So we will stop here only. I have shared these two programs with you. All of you have, I think, noted. I'm going to share these programs on Google Classroom. You have to try it at your end and verify the outcome. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Please give your attendance on Google Classroom.